Barrel rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno-monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for Wednesday the 7th of the 4th, 2021. Time is 0500 GMT, Asian session coming to a close, European session firing up, our lunchtime US North American session. Right, yesterday, Tuesday the 6th then, we had a negative opposed driver in the pound at -321, front and back door flows, mainly going into the euro at +177 and the yen at +172, and the dollar was the negative rock at -28, activity ±349. Intra-week then, this is from Monday the 5th, open to about 15 minutes ago, negative opposed driver in the pound again at -242, front and back door flows, mainly going into the euro at +213, into the yen at +196, and the dollar was the negative rock at -167. Right, intraday then, this is what's happened in the Asian session to about 15 minutes ago. We've got an unopposed negative driver in the euro at -20, no backdoor flows. The opposing positive flows mainly going into the pound at +13, into the dollar at +6, and into the yen at +1, which is the positive rock. Activity ±20. Right, so we've had an increase in activity. Yesterday we've got, as I say, we've got pound negatively driving and the euro soaking up the bulk. Likewise here over the week, pound negatively driving, euro soaking up the bulk. Right, let's have a look what's been happening in the asset flows and the all the rest of it. Our trades have come back again. We're about 1200 points up now, with some minor adjustments. Basically, what's gonna knock this about? Well, we've got today. We've got the Fed FOMC minutes at later on in our evening time, GMT, about 7 o'clock at night. And tomorrow we've got Fed Powell speech, which will probably shake up things and reinforce certain issues in the market. So basically it's all about the Fed over the next day or so. Right, so let's have a look at the flows then. So the euro then, this is the full complex flows. The euro is strong, except against the dollar, the pound and the Swiss, which are stronger. The yen is weak, except against the AUD and the NZD. The pound is strong, except against the Swiss. The Swiss is strong across the board. The CAD is weak across the board. The AUD is weak, except against the CAD and the New Zealand. The NZD is weak, except against the CAD, and the dollar is strong, except against the Swiss and the pound. Right, so what have we got then? We've got strength in the Swiss across the board. So we've got Swiss strength, and we've got CAD weakness, and we've generally got weakness in the commodity currencies as well, and the yen's pretty weak. Right, so let's have a look what's been happening in the asset classes. Right, so US dollar index. So basically US dollar index broke, came back, broke, and it's about there. It's above the first break. So, and gold not liking this strong dollar, but come back a bit at 0.22 from the model floor. Oil's 0.4 from the high. Oil's not really come back from the OPEC, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Wall Street broke. It came back. It broke that, and it's now where is it? It's now higher than that. So S&P likewise. It's in this sort of situation. They're above their previous breaking highs, and the tech, whilst it's never made it, has actually come back up a bit at 0.25 from the model high. Right, what else we got? We've got US 10-year. That looks like pretty much there. That's 0.25 from the floor. So yields have, this is the price. So yields have come off a bit, and the bund is about 0.45 from the floor. So if anything, the yield gap has closed slightly, very marginally. It's closed in the euro's favour recently, and interestingly, the euro has come up yesterday. Right, so copper. Remember, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pumps. Came back to the second pump, went to base camp, and it's now operating at, well, it's actually come up for once. It's come up to 2.25 from the floor, from the second pump. So it was operating around 2 or 1.75, so it's come up. And the US steel, remember, it sold off at the double top. It came back, and it's now just below the double top. So it's US steel has softened basically. Right, let's get rid of that then, and let's have a look quickly what's going on. Well, basically the markets, the gutless traders out there, whoever they are just waiting and waiting and waiting. Basically what's going to happen, and we're short the dollar against the euro, the pound and the AUD, and short NZD against the euro, the pound, the CAD and the AUD. Basically we're going to see after the Fed shenanigans, we're going to see a soft dollar environment. We're going to see China growth. We're going to see commodities on the up. We're going to see oil on the up. We're going to see gold on the up. And we're going to see predominantly the AUD and the CAD and the pound sucking in significant positive flows, and the euro will be rising by default. That's our scenario. It hasn't happened yet. It's just been dirging around. We're about 1,000 to 1,200 points up at the moment, which is not satisfactory for us, but that's what's happening. So we're going to stick with our positions. It's going to be probably a frustrating day today, but we'll see. So good luck with your trades. See you tomorrow for the daily briefing. Thank you.